What's up everybody? It's Sierra. Today's video is going to be on how to apply chunky dip glitter. Today we are using Revel Nail Pillow Talk, which is a beautiful rose gold chunky glitter. And of course, I'm going to be using the pour over method, which is why I have the cupcake liner here. Now for the sake of this video, we're going to assume that you've already prepped your nails, and I'm going to show you how to do this on a swatch because I actually already have my nails done. So let's just jump right into it. I'm using Revel Nail Liquids, their easy version. They've also got professional. For all you newbies out there, I highly suggest using this. There's a slow dry time, which makes it really easy to work with, especially when doing these chunky glitters. And I'll show you in a second why. So we're gonna do a nice even coat of liquid on the nail. And then we're gonna take our glitter and we're just gonna dump it right over the nail. At this time, before the liquid dries, you're obviously going to want to get around your cuticle area, make sure that there's no dip and liquids on your skin. You can also take this time and use your cuticle pusher. This is a cuticle pusher on one end and I don't know, a skewer on the other end. So this is the side that I use to clean up the cuticles, and it's also the side that I use to manipulate these glitters because sometimes they'll be hanging over the edge and you're going to want to move them, or maybe you want to place them a little bit differently so there's a little bit more evenness and just better distribution with those bigger glitters, because if they're all clumped together it just sort of looks funny. So we've done our first layer. We're going to give it a couple seconds to dry. If you don't, usually when you go over it with your brush, you will take some of the liquid with you and your nail is ruined. So we're just gonna give it a couple seconds to fully dry. So now that that first layer is dry, we're gonna brush off the excess. And we're gonna move on with doing our second layer. Again, a nice even coat. And with the second coat, sometimes you're gonna get a couple of those glitter pieces that come off on the brush, and that's normal. Again, you're going to pour over. And you'll notice that sometimes the glitters will stick straight up. And so you can, of course, pat them down with this little stick, or you can take a plastic sandwich bag and you can put your finger inside the sandwich bag and press down to lay those pieces of glitter flush on the nail. Now you can leave it, now that we've done that second layer, you can leave it as is. This is all preference. Or you can go ahead and do a third layer. If you want a little bit more saturation, you want the glitters to be a little bit closer together, or if you want full coverage. Some people like the sheerness of this. I like it to be completely full coverage. I like the big chunky pieces of glitter to be everywhere. So for this last step, I'm gonna shake up this glitter dip, and I'm gonna get all the big pieces at the top. I'm gonna do one more layer of the glitter. Again, nice even layer. And this time, instead of pouring over, I'm going to take my finger, or my swatch in this case, and I'm gonna lay it flat. I'm gonna pick up all those big pieces. And so now you can see the difference, if the camera will pick it up. So now you can see the difference. And so at this point you've got a little extra work cut out for yourself because you're gonna have to lay down a lot more of that glitter. And this is where having the plastic bag really comes in handy. Because now you can really utilize that to push down all of those pieces. And what's great about the Revel Easy line is that the liquids allow you enough time to be able to manipulate these glitters without it drying too fast. The Revel Professional is actually faster drying, and you don't have quite as much time to finesse the dip like this. So just push them back into place wherever you want them. You do have quite a bit of time before this dries. I mean, I would say 20 seconds, 30 seconds. But once you're all done and you know the liquid has dried, look how pretty that is. You can brush off the excess, just gently, because there's gonna be a couple spots where the liquid's not completely dry, and you don't want to ruin all your hard work. So just gently tap off the excess. Look how gorgeous that is. This is one of my favorite colors ever. And it's so versatile. It goes with so many different things. If you guys are familiar with the Boss Girl collection from Revel, it also goes really, really nice with Gold Digger. And I'll post a picture at the end of this video that shows how pretty they look together. So your final step, you're going to do one more layer. This would make your 4th layer. And this time it's gonna be with Clear Dip. Revel Nail calls this Vivienne. So you're gonna do a pretty generous layer of your liquid this last time, because you really want it to get absolutely everywhere. You want it to cover every single square inch of those glitters. And look, that's normal. You have some glitter that comes off. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the camera. It's gonna come off on the nail brush, and that's fine. Just wipe it off on a paper towel and then stick it back in the bottle. So I should have got 2 cupcake liners, but since I don't, we're gonna pour that back in the jar, and we're gonna use our Revel Vivienne, and we're gonna pour this right over top. And this step is called encapsulating. This is going to protect all of those nice looking glitters. It's gonna look a little cloudy. We're gonna give it a couple seconds to dry. And when it's done drying, we're gonna take our brush, of course, like always, and we're going to brush off the excess. I'm gonna do another layer. Now at this point, you are going to move on to your activator. This is your step 2. And again, you're gonna be very generous with this stuff too. You can't overdo it with the activator. I just can't get over how pretty this is. Okay. So like always, you're gonna give this 2 minutes to dry and harden the nail. Now, if you see during this 2 minutes of wait time that you've got a couple extra pieces over here that tend to hang over the free edge of the nail, you could take cuticle nippers and just gently clip those off. I don't recommend doing that at the cuticle line because you might get some of your skin. At this point though, you really shouldn't have anything on your cuticle line if you used your stick to wipe it clean. Yeah, you can take it around the edge of your nail and clip off any extra, and that should clean it up pretty good. So at this point, if I were to be doing a solid dip, I would take this time to use my buffing block, or my nail file in my case, and I would buff away all the grooves and imperfections of my nail. Now, because chunky glitter tends to hide a lot of imperfections, I don't usually do that step. I'll skip right over it, and at this point, I'll now apply my finish gel, or my top coat. Revel calls it finish gel. Okay, so we're gonna do a nice, I like to do a nice thick layer of top coat. Thick, even layer, which is kind of counterintuitive to what they normally tell you, which is one thin layer. But I like to do thicker layers with glitter because it tends to conceal some of that chunkiness. So I'm gonna let this dry just momentarily, and then I'm gonna go back in with my second layer. There you have it. Look how beautiful that is. Chunky glitters are really not that difficult to work with. You just have to know what to do. Sometimes having instruction and having someone help guide you makes things a lot easier. Because I remember when I started getting into nails, I had no idea what I was doing. I would do chunky glitters and they would be standing straight up and my nails would look terrible. And I watched a couple YouTube videos and it really helped to elevate my execution when doing my nails. And when I learned how to do it properly, my manicures really showed. And when you learn how to do something properly, it also gives you confidence to keep going and learning more. So I love that you guys have been watching my videos, staying up to date with what I post on my stories, because I am truly passionate about helping you guys learn more about how to become self-sufficient when it comes to doing your own nails. And I say this all the time, it is possible for anybody to do their nails. Anybody can learn how to do this, I promise. So that's all for this video, you guys. As promised, I will post a picture at the end of this video of what Pillow Talk, Revel Nails Pillow Talk looks like on a manicure. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.